Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. Hope you've enjoyed your weekend. I know we got the holiday on tomorrow, but yesterday I did the Universal Price Action real-time BTC. Today we're going to do the NQ. And again, this is for the Universal Price Action method here. All right, so for this playlist, we want to start adding in just a few videos for you to go back and kind of just watch over and over and over again until the content becomes just very much apparent and that you're comfortable with trading it and definitely looking at the market from this viewpoint. All right, so we're going to put some framework here. All right. So all of this going to be in real time. Yesterday, I kind of went over the 30-minute marker. We went to 37. All right. So hopefully today, I'm going to definitely try to come right under that 30-minute marker. All right. So don't want to have you looking at this too long. All right. Because it's really simple. And that's the thing. It's really simple. So first, let's put some framework here. There's no downtrend at 9:30. All right. So 9:30 was here. All right. There's no downtrend in the backdrop. If you don't know what the trend is, take a look at the trader guide videos and it'll tell you what the trend is. I'll have the link below. All right. So you can check out that playlist. It'll kind of give you pretty much all the information, but I'm gonna kind of touch on just some of it here. So there's no downtrend here. There's no downtrend at 9:30, none whatsoever. All right. So 9:30 came in right about here. If you want to go like this, you go, here's a push, push, push. All right. So you can take out this push here. Just do not take out this one here. All right. So they pushed up, made another high here, pushed down, took off to the upside. All right, so you can pass this here. Okay, just don't pass this. All right, so if you're going to stay up. All right, now they turn the corner. You can kind of see them push down, push up. Now they don't want to break the high because they're coming down. All right, so you got to start taking a look at that. Now, if this is going to be the case, you can pass this. Just don't pass this. Now I know this a little further up, but you got to do it that way. All right, now clearly at this point we have a trend down, and again you got to look at the video to find out what the trend is. All right, so just kind of put some framework to this price action method. Now again, you can apply this right out of the box. You don't have to do it this way, but if you want to make sure that your trade can go a lot further than just a couple bars, you want to make sure that you try to put in some market structure and some trend. That'll definitely help out. All right, so they pushed up again, tested this pivot here, and then they took off. All right, so now we definitely know unequivocally that we have a downtrend because they broke past here. They clearly are making those lower highs there. They're not breaking the prior one there. So we got that information out the way. So we're moving down. All right. So we know we're down when we got here and definitely went past it. And we had clearly the trend right in here, just right in here off that high. All right. So knowing what the trend is and is important. Here's the bar pattern that we're looking for. All right. So we want a bar, another bar here, and all we're doing, all right, let's do the bull one too. Let's just do this one too while we're at it. All we're looking for is that the low for the bearish one. If we're going down, this is for the down, this is for the up. All right. If we're going down, we just do not want this low to touch that mid when that candle trades away from it. All right. We don't want this high to touch that mid when the candle trades away from it. No close under here. Okay. Hard stop here. All right. No close back above here. Hard stop here. So it's like two applications. All right. Sometimes you can catch the fade right above here, take the short, get a quick scalp in, or you can just go with the hard stop. If they close above it, that's still, it can still work, and go ahead and put your stop there and allow it to go. It's just better if it don't. So that's what we got there. What we recently just did. All right. So what we recently did was come up here. This is the no close bar here. They didn't quite get up above it. They closed above this one here, but they, again, didn't kick that stop. They're turning back around. This is a real time signal as well. Matter of fact, we'll just leave it as is. You'll see it. Here's the price marker here on the candle. The mid of the candle has the black marker there. Yeah, you can see it. Now let me open up these candles just a bit more. All right, so you have the black marker here on the candle. What you want to see while the candle is in transition, you want to see if that black marker, which is the mid of the candle, can fall below that low before the time run out. All right. Now, as a real time method, you want to gauge I guess, the speed of this candle. All right. So we're trying to measure that. We're trying to measure whether or not there's enough momentum to get that candle to, again, just push, just go. That's all it is. Just push further, push further. And then that way you'll know there's a potential trade opportunity there for you to get into it, okay, with the hard stop behind it. This is just the first momentum first momentum bar pattern that I released on the channel. Now, there's only two bars. I put that in yesterday's video. There's only two formation, two bars. If you want, definitely go take a look at that. There's only two bars. I'll tell you what they are. If you haven't looked at it, you can learn the formations when you look at the video. But there's only momentum and then a shift in the momentum. So the lack of momentum. All right. That's all you have. You only have two kind of bars on the board. And so you're trying to make sure that you're taking the bars that have the momentum there. All right. So we had the no close from over here. They kind of held them for a little while, maybe a scalping opportunity for you. You may be able to see some of the trades on the board that you possibly would have took and say, hey, I would definitely have taken that trade. I would have tried it. And that could have possibly yielded you some gains. We had a no close below here on this bar here, no close below, and a hard stop on this one for the run back up. They kind of stall right there for a bit. Had the hard stop here, they triggered it, but we had the no close from above on this bar here. All right, so we kind of stretched that across. All right, and again, when I say that this is probably the only pattern that you would need and it can stand against any strategy, that's exactly what I mean, because price cannot move without this being a part of the run. All right, so it's essentially not me saying that this pattern that I know is the greatest. Absolutely not. What I'm telling you is any winning trade that you've ever taken in your life had this in it. All right. And so you just may need to be made aware of it. So it's the market. That's all it is. So there's no winning strategy out there that doesn't involve this. In order for the market to produce any kind of run at all, I can guarantee you that this is involved. All right. So a very robust strategy, all on its own, can stand against anything that's out there because it is in everything that's out there. That's the only reason why say that. All right, because it's in everything that's out there that's winning in the market. All right, so not a egotistical statement. It's just the truth. All right, so any strategy that you're using, I can assure you this right here will be in it. So you're already using something that has nothing to do with me, but how price has been moving on the chart or period over time. All right, so the further that they can move away, okay, the further they can move away, there's a chance that price will continue in that direction. We had a no close above here. Okay, I'm just kind of outlining a few of them to hurry up and kind of draw your eyes towards them. Small push into the low there. And now we're still waiting for them to break down. All right, still waiting. All right, so let's see what they can do here. Let's see. We got 40 seconds on the clock. Maybe they can draw that mid away from this low. You will get the hard stop here. The NC will show up here, but it looks like they're backtracking just a bit. So we fell outside that range, kind of definitely made it back down to fill that gap from last night. They made it back down here. Will they break this low? Matter of fact, let me blow this up just for a second so you can take a look at it. All right, so we fill that gap here. We were able to get down here and do that. Will they break this low? We'll have to see. All right, it's not to say that they can't. It's possible. It's definitely possible for them to do that. All right, but there's the range. Again, if you want to learn the range time, you're more than welcome to again click the link below, and that information will be there for you as well. So, backside play off the median here, pushed up, came back to the median and the bottom, kind of tagged that bottom first, then came back to the median. Popped up, got flat right here, made that top of the range drop down, fell outside of it, played the backside of the overnight, came outside this morning's, came back to the medians, shot down a couple times to the low of the overnight as well as the low of this morning. Came back up, there's the 930, pushed outside the high, came down to the top, and where actually the median of the overnight came back above. And you can just kind of see all of that information play out there. Now, let's see, let's see if they're setting it up yet. All right, so we're going to see again. Any price run that's on the chart will involve this information. Don't want to be before you long, but I definitely want to again to add to this playlist. I want to make sure that you can be able to go back, and you don't need my indicator. You can do it with any chart. You can just look at it and find that information available. All right, so that's something that you can do. If you're a futures, forex, stock, whatever trader, you can find it. I'm gonna see if I can pull in a stock chart and a forex chart really quickly while this is developing. Kind of just entertain us with some other information real quick. Uh-oh, kind of lost my information here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me grab my charts. My charts kind of disappeared on me. Hold on. Grab that tab and it just blanked out on me real quick. All right. So while that's setting up, let's take a look at this. What is this? Bitcoin. So this is hourly of Bitcoin. You can kind of already see I covered this on the channel. You can go back and watch it. We were watching the price over here. You can go back and watch it. They're starting to push up. I told them they need to hurry up and get to it. Here's Bitcoin. I probably will go ahead and start doing some videos on on what is the forex pairs and some other stocks and all that. I'll probably start doing some videos on those too and put them in this playlist. Okay, so I'm not one to trade this stuff. I like indices. I like the E-minis. So, but I'll start doing some information on that as well. So you can see that the high of this on the Bitcoin is not touching that mid. So you should be able to see a further push in that direction. Let's take a look at this JPY USD while we're entertaining. Okay, here we go. There's the mid here, not touching that low. Okay, and it's 39 seconds on the clock. If it's going to become of anything, let me kind of pull this out screen just for a second. We'll bring that back if you're interested in looking at that information too. It can work on anything. If this is going to become that setup, the hard stop would be here. You will see a no close above here, the NC. You will see that show up. You got 20 seconds left. That black line is beneath that low. There may be enough strength here to go ahead and get it to move down. So your hard stop will be on the back of this bar. All right, so the hard stop will be here. You'll get the no close. Again, this is a real-time method. You can get right in the trade. Know that, hey, if I get this to add up, okay, there's the color, there's the no close. So they don't supposed to come back close above the price level here. So let me just kind of slide this above here and just sit that there, see if they'll come back and tag it. All right, so no close back above there. Let's see, can we get a push down even further? So, again, a little difficult on the break of lows. Here's something that I can tell you when it comes to the break of lows. Whenever you get that break of a low, and this is a low, this right here is a low. If this candle gets sucked right back into that low, it could probably push up some more. All right, so just try to keep that in mind if you're trying to catch trades through a bottom or through a top. You want to make sure that the price don't get sucked right back into it, because if it does, it may rotate up a bit higher. So just a little extra information for you, real simple stuff. All right, so they're coming back. Let's see if they'll close back above here, or will they kick that stop? Let's see. Let's see. All in real time. Let's see if it'll do it. Let me blow the candles up a bit more for you. All right, so they closed above that. Let's see if the hard stop will stay in place. Let's see. They're trying to work their way through this bottom. They're trying to. Having a bit of a problem. Okay, there must be some buyers still willing to play the game down here. All right, so that would have been a loser, not a problem there, or a small scalp. Again, you want to take it once you see that scenario show up. Once it just depends on your target. Sometimes, again, if you're trading for small targets, 2 or 3 ticks, whatever, scalping to me is about 20 ticks. All right. So if you're trading for something small, 5, 6 ticks targets, yeah, you can definitely probably get that done. Occasionally, I do go for smaller targets like 6 ticks, but most of the time, a good scalp trade to me is run at least 20 ticks. Try to run at least 20 ticks, and then I consider that a pretty decent scalp trade. Now, there wasn't enough here for 20. I don't believe. Let me see here what we got. On the break of this low, 13, yeah, just about. So almost, but not quite. All right, so now let's see. We're getting it from this side of the fence here. Let's see. Now, I don't trust this bottom. I'll be the first to tell you that. Don't trust it. Once they close beneath the mid of the reversal, they close beneath this whatever hammer or whatever. Then once they close beneath that mid, that's problematic. So I don't trust it automatically. All right. Then they came back with this engulfing, and let's take a look at that. Let's see if that's going to hold. Let's take a look at that. All right, so they came with the hammer, then they came with the engulfing. Let's see what the engulfing has. Oh no, we closed beneath that too. So this bottom to me is definitely a problem. This candle closed right beneath it, so that definitely can be an issue. I don't trust this setup here. So just in my opinion, that's not it. All right, so now we're coming back, which is good. I'm glad we're doing that. Let's turn it back around because this ain't it. All right, so coming in with some size. Let's see what they can do with this. Now, again, this is just this bar pattern, just this one. It can get a bit fussy when they start overlapping. I did try to outline some of the potential scalping trades, or again, you can't hold it forever. If they're going down, you can't just go this way without a trend. All right, so clearly they're not up. All right, so let's see if that scenario can show up again. That definitely wouldn't have worked. Okay, so that definitely wouldn't have worked. You get the wins, you get the losses, but try to go with the trend. The higher time frame probably is definitely at play. If you look at it from this vantage point here, we had a candle. This is a candle. It made its low. Another candle took off, and clearly the mid of this candle is beneath this candle's low. So it's probably another higher time frame without having another time frame up. You can just kind of look at that. It's another time frame here at work, and so a no close will be up here on the higher time frame. A hard stop will be up here, and you can probably get all of this to work for you in real time. If what's happening when it pushes away from this low. If you see that speed kind of kick in, with not too much of a pullback, and then you combine the distance and make sure that distance there, then you'll be able to have the fractal alignment with your trade and know pretty much that it'll work. So if you're not charting multiple time frames, you can probably kind of just get an idea of what the higher time frame is positioning itself to do. So that's a little bit of information also for you. We're going to take a look. I'm going to keep this right in front of you now. Clearly, there's other price patterns there. They are, and so we'll just touch on this one. This is a rejected twice of the mid. All right, now I taught you this one, the rejected patterns. All right, so they touching the mid twice, they're rejecting it. There's other patterns that I taught you that you can still play. Now that would be the hard stop here, given that they don't close back above this mid. Hold on, it's 3 seconds. They need to get back under that mid. Yep, that's the rejected twice pattern. So they shouldn't break the back of that bar, and hopefully this time it'll fall through the bottom and go ahead and go. So I tried to give you three price patterns. That's the rejected twice. Let me see if I can find it on the channel here. I know it'll be in the playlist, in the trading guide playlist, but I'm gonna see if I can put it in front of you just in case you're not seeing this on YouTube. Let me see. Let me see. They do not supposed to go back through that big bar. So let's videos. Let's just go in here. Let's go in here. Rejected twice. It's somewhere in here. I didn't do it too much long ago. That's the consecutive close method. I tried to give you at least three of them to go with. Oh, okay. Rejected twice method. So yeah, so that's that. It's three. It's three of them. All right. So remember, it's the close, it's the mid, and then there's a stall one where they, reject with one bar, kind of pause, don't touch it with the other bar, and then come back with another one. So let's see if they'll break the back of this. I know the no touch mid is not quite showing up just right yet. Now they do not supposed to break this bar if that's that setup and they plan on honoring it. They don't supposed to do it. This is no, they got above that mid, so that's not gonna work. All right, so let's see. Let's see if they want to do it. Let's see. Let's see. They're coming in pretty hot here. Let's see if they'll keep climbing up above it. They're up here on the back. So let's see if they'll turn it back around. See if we can go ahead and get them to honor this setup since they don't want to give us the other one. Let's see. Let's see. If not, we're still just dealing with what's up here and they're not passing it. So but they close again beneath this mid. It's not to say that it can't still go up. They could, but I just wouldn't trust it. That's all. I would have to see the trend go ahead and get set, and go ahead and go without me. I'm not one to have to pick up every turn. I don't do that. I want them to do the work, and then I'll get in it on the way. And occasionally I'll fade, but I'm not the guy to do that. I believe make my money when they're ready to give it away. That's all. So okay, so that wouldn't work. Now let's see if they're going to put that. Let's go this way. Let's see if they'll do it. I see this mid is above this high. Again, I don't trust longs. Don't trust them. Do not trust them until they put an uptrend in place. Don't trust them. They'll turn this thing around. Yeah, it'll show up, but I wouldn't go that way. I wouldn't do that. So we got 30 more seconds left. I'm trying to give this a chance to set itself up without having to dive into too much other information here. But it's not doing anything right now. You're kind of getting that overlap, which is another thing that'll keep you out of it. All right. So if you see that pattern just show up and then they don't honor it, you may want to, stay your hand and kind of back off it a little bit because then you're getting the overlap. Remember, this is a momentum based entry. That's what this is. Okay. And that's all you got. Two kinds of bars, momentum, and then of course the shift in momentum where there's no longer momentum present. So they're overlapping the bars, they're playing games with you. Do not fall to that. All right. So now let's take a look at this while that's still setting up. Let's see, can we find another one of those here? Um, of course we got it from this angle here down. We got that, but let's see how many bars we had. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a downtrend here. We got a downtrend. This is an hourly. They pulled up on it. They can go the distance of the downtrend. The downtrend is from here to right about, let's just say here. All right. And so then they went up. They almost made that trend distance, almost. All right. Now let's see if they'll get that done. Let's go. No, I'm gonna go to another one. We'll come back. All right. So again, this is one of those price action patterns that you can look at the chart and immediately see that it's there. All right. So this looked like it failed. Yeah, it looked like this high fell beneath that mid. So this should work. No close beneath here. Hard stop there. Should take it back up. Do we have an uptrend in place? And again, I'm just judging what's in frame right here. All right. We clearly see the downtrend over here. Let's see. We got one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, so we got six. They should be able to go the distance of the six. So that should be there. They should wind up, up here somewhere on the pound USD. Let's look at the euro. This will be your uptrend here if they can get this done. Right now, I don't see that scenario right here in the back. Well, it's right here. And I guess yeah, this high is fell beneath this mid of this bar here. So no close under this green bar here. Hard stop there. There's the push up here. This will set the trend in I guess in the upcoming hour. Let's take a look at gold. Gold. Okay, so yeah, gold, it definitely have it going on here. No close beneath that. Hard stop here. Yeah, so yeah, one, two. I'm still waiting for that pattern. Okay, the NQ may get ready to set it up, right? I'm still looking for that. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, so we have an uptrend here. We do. We'll go hold because I know they've been dropping. I've been covering it. So let's see. Let's see if they'll do it here. We may we may get that scenario to show up. We got 30 something seconds here on the NQ to see if this low, well, this mid can stay beneath that low. We still waiting on that. You don't see it for the upside yet. You don't see it. So it's not to say that they can't go up. They can, but I wouldn't go that way just yet. Let's look at this. All right. So yeah, yeah, I mean, it could be this hard stop here, clearly high right here, not touching that mid. So, no close beneath here. They tested it one time, they pushed up, hard stop right there. You kind of see the response, but then you got it from above too. So that didn't work. So the NQ is still not setting itself up. So yeah, let's just keep covering this for a second. Any market, as you can clearly see, I'll pull up the chart and just immediately start looking at other markets based on this scenario. It has nothing to do with nothing else. I did give you some time windows that you can kind of, I would say, just put a little context to it. Try to get you just a little bit of time and just again, just kind of see, will that area produce that run that you're looking for? I've been doing this for many years, so I know that these time windows are pretty efficient. And there's several others I know, but these ones right here should set the tone for your day. It should more than likely it will. So you should be able to get those patterns to kind of land somewhere in these areas or right at those extremes. All right, and sometimes definitely in the median. All right, so it just all depends on what they're doing. We can look at silver. All right, so we got two, three, four, five. Yeah, so we got an uptrend here on silver. They can do the distance of the uptrend. I'm not looking too far to the left. Let's look over here. Oh yeah, we got some stuff going on over there. So they're up right now, but it can turn around. But right now, for what we have, we don't have that set up here. It's down here. All right. So this high isn't touching that mid. There's a no close here, hard stop, kind of too far back. They're too close together, in my opinion. It's not to say that it can't work, but their setup is back here. All right. So it's back here. All the information is back here. No close beneath this bar, hard stop there. And let's go look at, oh, yeah, let's look at some stocks. Kind of a gap up here. A gap ain't nothing but a big old green candle there. That's all you got. That's a big green candle, which again, here's this high ain't touching that mid, no close back beneath here. Kind of the same thing. It's a stock, but it's doing the same thing. That's a gap. So that's a big green candle right there. And you just kind of go from right here. It's not touching that mid. They shouldn't close back beneath here, and of course the stock would have to be back here as well. They're coming from this angle though. They're coming down, so of course this low isn't touching that mid. Of course we have a hard stop behind that red bar, and there's the no close level here. Let's see what Tesla got to offer. Okay, so now NQ want to do it to the upside. All right, so the high here, not touching that mid, no close beneath here, hard stop there. Let's see how high that they will climb, and I'll bring this back in just a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna dial this down to a 1 minute while that one is doing that. We'll take and do this, and we'll take and look at it from this vantage point here. So again, this is Apple. Don't have a down well, we have an uptrend from this angle here. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this this is a no close level hard stop here. This the same thing. So even because this bar is high, it's not touching that mid, no close beneath hard stop there. But you got it from this angle too. So there's the hard stop on the back of this red bar, and that's why they're stopping there and kind of turning back this way. You're kind of getting it here again. There's a no close back above here. This low isn't touching that mid, so of course the hard stop here, no close back above here. We're gonna see if they'll drop there. Now that's Apple. I'm not a stock trader. I just applied the information that I'm showing you online. So it's really simple stuff. You should be able to immediately pull up the chart, know what the trend is, know what the setup is. And again, you do not have to have a lot of understanding. I mean, years and years of understanding in order to do this. I have that because I spent years doing it. But when I trim it all down, I can teach you many different price patterns, how to look at the market in very different ways. But at the end of the day, this is the most robust, in my opinion, simplest pattern that you can learn that's on any chart and definitely a part of any method, any kind of strategy. You will see this information here. There's price patterns here that I know. Of course, there's information here I can tell you can keep climbing. I can. I'm just kind of waiting for this particular pattern to show up. All right, so here we got it again. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see. This bar is low. Okay, the green bar is low, isn't touching this bar's mid. Now they can overshoot the stop, not close above this bar, and then turn around and fall again. And that's something that you got to watch out for. That's why I say it's two applications for it. They overshot the stop. Okay, the stop's supposed to be on the green bar, but that's a no close price level. This price level is significant, no close above it. They overshot it. Let's see if they'll turn around and try to make their way down. Let's see. Let's just give it a few more minutes and then I will be letting you go. Again, it's just holiday. Again, I want to put this information on the channel so that way you can begin to look at the information via, my chart and me explaining it to you. You don't have to be alone with this information and wonder, will it work? No, I'll explain it to you. And if it works, it works. And if it don't, it's fine. Sometimes it's just not going to work. But I can assure you, it's just like anything. If it keeps happening over and over and over again, I can assure you it's worth trading. Okay, because it's repeatable. Repeatable behavior is something you need to trade. All right, so we're not touching the mid. If they can close down here, remember the hard stop's supposed to be here, no close back beneath this bar. So if they struggle here with no closing back beneath this 1750, hard stop will be here. Let's see if they'll turn around and go back up. Let's see. It can't be both. They're still in a downtrend. All right. Remember, I said that they're not in the uptrend, they're in a downtrend. So, all right. So here's the scenario setting itself up again. They kicked the stop. All right. So they kicked that stop. Okay. And then they came back down. And that's supposed to have been the stop. And that's why I say it's two applications here. Now let's see if it'll do it the right way this time. All right. So the hard stop is going to come here. NC should show up here in about 9 seconds here. About will they do that same thing they just did to the high? Let's see if they'll do that because they may do that. All right, so we would get a no close beneath. Up, they did it. So they closed beneath that price level. So they're not doing the same thing that they just did from above, which is good. So now let's see if they're actually going to go down. All right, so once we see this play out, I will be letting you go. We don't want to hold this too much longer. And again, I plan on doing a series of this. And while I do it, again, I'll pull in the other charts on that trading view dashboard there. We'll take a look at that and I'll just let this play out for a few more minutes. And we'll take a look at this information via the same price pattern. That's what this playlist is going to be all about. This playlist is going to be strictly about that. All right. So the universal price action method, that's what this is going to be about. So every time you look at this price action method, that's all. Well, this playlist, that's all you're going to be looking at is this price action method. We're going to just pretty much just gauge this against any and everything that we possibly can. All right. So I'll leave this in screen while this is developing. All right. So they pushed up on that price there. You got that rejection, push back down, hard stop there. That's why I say it's kind of like a two-part application to this. You can fade this level in anticipation that you'll get a quick move out. And then again, you don't have to play that hard stop, because again, it will be a little further away. In most cases, it may not be like this. All right. So that's why I said this one may not work. The close. Remember, I told you. Now, here's the thing: in the where to place the stop video, and that's on the channel too. Where do I place my stop? All right. Let me show you that here. I just a lot of information I just put on here. I hope you're paying attention to it. Where the place to stop? Did I click videos? Yes. All right. So where do I place the stop? In okay, where the place stops. All right. In that video, I specifically outlined to you this information right here. Now I'll just go over this real quick. All right. If you get a candle, you need this candle. The next one that's coming, you want it to close, in favor of this candle here. All right. You want it to close near its close. All right. All right. Now I just want you to think about this. When you look at this, all right, when you look at this close is too close to this one, and they were way down here. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. To me, this is more so favoring this, and so I that's why I say, hey man, that probably won't work. Because first of all, you don't want them further into this candle. That's number one. You don't want them further into there. That's proven that they can kind of turn around. But in just light of just what makes sense, now see that's that scalp, but then they came back and closed above. They probably won't hit this and still turn around and fall. But them coming back up here, you're closer to this close than you were from down here. I would have preferred you to close somewhere at least below this low or a little bit lower, and that didn't happen. So that's why I say that might not work. That's all. And so when you look at where to place my stop video, and again, that'll be in the trading guide section. You can look at that video and you'll hear me talk about that. All right. And again, you can find that information all over the chart. You can. If you find a candle, and this video is not about that. It's not about that. But I want to make sure that you understand this. If you find a candle, let's say the red candle right there. All right, this one right here. You see that big red candle that's closing in favor of that bar and near or below its close, even better, but it's near it. It's not up into the candle. It's going to go down some more. I don't want to make trading complicated for nobody. My goal is to make sure that you understand the simplicity of it. Look at this. All right. You get a candle. Yeah, we're in a downtrend. You see this candle? It's closing near the close of this candle and higher. Good. We can go up some more. They dropped down, and then of course they pushed up again. So that's why I say this may not work. This may not simple information, people. Simple information. Hope it helps you. So let's see what we get here. They're not hitting that stop. We're still waiting here on Apple. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. It's still just steady. It's steady. It's just steadily sitting there. All right. So trying to see if they'll go ahead and break back past here. Try to see if they'll break back past here. Now, if they wind up coming up here and kicking the stop, I'm gonna cut the video and we'll just again convene at a later date on tomorrow. We'll cover gold. So tomorrow we'll look at gold. We'll look at GC. I don't know. Holiday may not be the best time to look at GC. GC barely moves during regular days. So let's look at let's do I don't know. Let's do the ES tomorrow. ES or either the YM. We'll do one of those. And then on, of course, Wednesday, we'll take a look at GC. So GC will be definitely up next when the holiday hours are over with. We'll take a look at GC and hopefully it's moving a bit better. So let's do that tomorrow. Let's go with let's do the ES. Let's do the ES. Let's see how the ES is moving tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll cover gold on Wednesday. We'll do gold, and then we'll probably roll the YM after that. So, but this is what we're doing currently. We're just kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now let's see. We're doing that overlap thing again. We're doing a lot of that. So let's see what we got. They're still holding. They're still holding this area up here. It's not to say you can't fade from up here too. It's just the hard stop is here. They already closed above here. It's not really what you want, but it happens. And let's see if they plan to turn it around. Clearly, if they close higher again, they definitely may be headed back through the back of that particular pattern there. All right, so let's see. All right, so they didn't break the green bar yet here. So that would be the no close on the green bar here, and then the hard stop here. They're not closing under this bar, but they're so close to the back of that stop. I don't know. Let's see what this do. Maybe it'll curl back up and go back up. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't have a downtrend yet. Respectfully to this turn, we still up. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let's see. All right, so yeah, they're still at it here. If you're doing the rejected twice from this side, all right, so that's 1, 2. All right, so that's 1, 2, and you can go back and look at the rejected twice video. It goes over that. You know, you got 1, 2 test of the close here. They can push up higher. All right, so yeah, they look like they'll be able to make it. All right, so that'll be the end of this video for today. And again, what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow and we'll cover the ES. So we'll do the ES on tomorrow. And again, if you're not viewing this on the channel, head over to the channel here. You can take and come right here, and you can subscribe if you like. I appreciate all the subscribers that I got. Thank you guys for joining me here. Again, this is a channel, that's for people that's interested in trading or is a trader. It's meant for you guys. So hopefully I'm putting some information out here. Again, this title is not for any kind of conflict with anyone. I don't want any problems. I just want to mainly only put it up there again to get you to take a look. That's all. So no no conflict necessary. But if you would like to comment and tell me, your thoughts on it, I'm just merely stating to you that whatever content this fellow is teaching, or anybody for that matter, I can assure you what I'm showing you today is involved in whatever it is that they're describing to you. That's all it is. All right. So I'm too old to be getting into it with folk. All right. So I just want you to know that again, if you've been trading his stuff and it works for you, keep doing it. Again, hopefully this can just be an added benefit for you to better understand the content that's there. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Again, until tomorrow, we'll be back to take a look at some more of this information. Again, I'm only going to put a few, just like I said, a few days worth of real time information in front of you concerning this pattern, so that way you can get a better eye as to what it looks like on the chart and what it's doing. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.